A man walks into a bar and orders a 12-year-old scotch. The bartender, believing that the customer won't be able to tell the difference, pours him a shot of the cheap 3-year-old house scotch instead. The man takes a sip, spits the scotch out on the bar and screams at the bartender, "This is the cheapest 3-year-old scotch you can buy. I'm not paying for it. Now, give me a good 12-year-old scotch." The bartender, now enjoying the challenge, pours the man a slightly better 6-year-old scotch. Again, the man takes a sip and spits it out on the bar. "This is only 6-year-old scotch. I won't pay for this. I insist on a good 12-year-old scotch." The bartender finally relents and serves the man his best quality, 12-year-old scotch. At that point, an old drunk who has witnessed the entire episode from the end of the bar walks up to the expert scotch drinker and sets a glass down in front of him. "What do you think of this?" he asks. The guru takes a sip and, in disgust, spits out the yellow liquid, yelling, "It tastes like piss." "That's right," says the drunk. "Now tell me how old I am." A man goes to a bar. He goes to the dance floor with 3 ladies. He says to them, "If I can guess the color of your underwear, you have to dance with me." His shoe is shiny, so he stuck his foot under the 2 of 3 girls and guessed the color of underwears correctly. When he stuck his foot under the 3rd girl, he asked her if she was wearing any underwear. She replied, "No." He said, "Good, because I thought I had a crack in my shoe." One morning, a young woman walked out her front door and noticed a strange little man perched on a rock in her garden. He was smoking a long pipe, wore a pointed hat, and had shrewd, wizened features. Quietly, she snuck up behind the little man and said, "Gotcha! You're a goblin and I caught you." The goblin was pissed. "All right, yes, fine, you got me." "So what? You can't fool me," said the woman. "I know the rules. If someone catches you, you have to grant them 3 wishes." "That's true," said the goblin. "What are your 3 wishes?" The woman thought for a minute and then said, "I want $1 million, a 100-acre horse ranch, and a diamond the size of a baseball." "You got it," said the goblin, who clapped his hands and did a little jig. "But first, you have to have sex with me all night. That's the only way to make the wishes come true." The woman wasn't too keen on the idea, but she agreed. The next morning, the goblin woke up the woman. "Tell me," he asked, "how old are you?" "I'm 25 years old," she said. "Fuck me," said the little man. 25, and you still believe in goblins?" Mom walked into the bathroom one day and found young Mickey furiously scrubbing his dick with a toothbrush and toothpaste. "What the hell do you think you're doing, young man?" she exclaimed. "Don't try to stop me," Mickey warned. "I'm going to do this 3 times a day, because there's no way I'm going to get a cavity that looks and smells as bad as my sister's." A woman has her portrait painted by a local artist and asks him if he would paint her dripping with fabulous jewels. She explains, "If I die before my husband and he gets married again, I want his second wife to go crazy looking for the stones." A wife came home late one night and quietly opened the door to her bedroom. From under the blanket, she saw 4 legs instead of just her husband's 2. She reached for a baseball bat and started hitting the blanket as hard as she could. Once she was done, she went into the kitchen to have a drink. As she entered, she saw her husband there reading a magazine. He said, "Hi, darling, your parents have come to visit us, so I let them stay in our bedroom." A man and woman walked into a bank with a large sack of coins. "Did you hoard all this yourself?" asked the bank teller. "No," came the reply. "My wife hoard, I pimped." While getting married, most of the guys say to girls' parents that, "I will make your daughter very happy after marriage." Have you ever heard a girl saying something like this to the boy's parents? No, because women don't lie. A mother was preparing pancakes for her sons, Jack and Chris. The boys began to argue over who would get the first pancake. Their mother saw the opportunity for a moral lesson. If Jesus was sitting here, he would say, "Let my brother have the first pancake, I can wait." Jack turned to his younger brother and said, "Chris, you be Jesus." A 90-year-old man goes for a physical, and all of his tests come back normal. The doctor says, "Arthur, everything looks great. How are you doing mentally and emotionally?" "Are you at peace with God?" Arthur replies. "God and I are close. He knows I have poor eyesight, so he's fixed it. So when I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, poof, the light goes on. When I'm done, poof, the light goes off." "Wow, that's incredible," the doctor says. A little later in the day, the doctor calls Arthur's wife. "Joan," he says, "Arthur is doing fine. But I had to call you because I'm in awe of his relationship with God. Is it true that he gets up during the night and poof, the light goes on in the bathroom, and when he's done, poof, the light goes off?" "Oh, heck," exclaims Joan, "he's peeing in the refrigerator again." This woman is morbidly obese. She is so fat that one day her ass gets stuck in the toilet. She struggles and struggles but can't extricate herself. She yells to her husband, "Herman, help me! Help!" Herman runs in and sees her predicament. He tries to get her unstuck. He pulls her arms, he pulls her legs, but she doesn't budge. He greases her great flanks with butter and even uses a crowbar, but her ass remains firmly lodged in the bowl. Finally, he gives up. "We're just going to have to call a plumber and have him dismantle the bowl," he says. "You can't. My mother gave us this toilet as a wedding present." His wife wails, but Herman is already in the other room placing the call. A few minutes later, the plumber pulls into the driveway. The woman suddenly realizes that she has no pants on. "The plumber can't see me like this. Give me something to cover up with." Herman thinks fast, takes off his yarmulke, and puts it over his wife's vagina. The plumber opens the bathroom door and surveys the scene. After a long pause, he turns to the husband and says, "Well, I think I can get your wife out, but I'm pretty sure the rabbis are goner."